Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a fill on this set, which I did 3 weeks ago. So the first thing that I'm doing is just going in and removing all of the gel polish with my extra coarse safety drill bit, and I'm using it at 15,000 RPMs. Alrighty, so same thing on all of the nails. So again, we're just going in and just filing off that top coat and the gel polish, and then also just filing around the cuticle area. Well, not on the actual cuticle area, but you know, just where the acrylic starts at, and just making sure that if you have any lifting at all that you file that off. Now if you do get a lot of lifting, then of course I would suggest just removing the nail and just replacing it, because it's going to continue lifting even if you just go in and fill it in. But if it's just like a tiny bit, then I would just go in with your e-file and get rid of it. And also I forgot to mention that the e-file that I'm using is the Melody Susie Canon e-file. I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below in the description. And as always, if I forget to mention any products that I'm using, just feel free to comment down below and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to add it for you guys. Alrighty, so after that we're gonna go in with the cuticle pusher to just help with exposing the new growth, and it'll help with reducing lifting. After that, I'm going in with my 180 sanding band, and I'm following the natural nail at 8,000 RPMs, just following from the right side all the way over to the left side, just going back and forth until we fully remove the shine. And y'all, this step is super important, because if you don't remove all of the shine, you will get lifting. And then also I do have the sanding bands available on my website for purchase. But next we're going in with the primer. You do want to make sure that you dust the nails off before you do the primer. And now we're going in with my Pretty in Pink acrylic, which is available on my website, and I'm using my number 12 alpha brush to apply the product. So as you guys seen, I went in with my first bead, placing it closer to the cuticle area, patting it very gently, and then brushing down towards the tip. After that, I just look at the nail from the sides to see where I need to apply more product, or if I need to apply more product. I feel like that area, like closer to the tip, was a little bit uneven, so I just placed the bead there. Same thing, patting it down and brushing it down towards the tip. Next, we're going to go on to the pinky. So of course, going in with a little or a bead that's slightly smaller, and then same thing, patting down and brushing to blend in with the product that's already there, cleaning up the cuticle area with the very tip of my brush. And then as I'm working, as you guys can see, I'm steady wiping my brush off on my paper towel. Now y'all, when I say like your paper towels that you use are super important as well, you want to make sure that you're using good paper towels that are going to absorb the product that's in your brush. And so I'm using the Signature Cloth Viva paper towels, which work really good for me. I know some people use the blue like mechanic tools. Not tools, y'all, I'm crazy, but the blue mechanic paper towels. I'm pretty sure you guys know which ones I'm talking about, but they're basically about the same material. I believe that the blue ones are probably slightly thicker, but both of them work just as good. So yeah, just placing the acrylic. Remember to look at your nail from different angles, that way you know if you need to apply more acrylic somewhere else. And then also, so you guys are able to see if you have that nice apex and thickness at the tip. So after we finish applying the acrylic on all of the nails, we're gonna go in with the 180 file to just shape up the nail. So we're just filing both of the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle, making sure that you pay really close attention to the way that you're holding your file to make sure that it's exactly at a 90-degree angle so you get that perfect shape that you want. And then also, as I'm filing, I'm really just looking at the shape of my nail, and if I feel like, okay, I need to file a little bit more here or there, I go and do so. But again, make sure that you're holding that file super straight against the nail, as you guys can see. And then also another thing that I want to emphasize on is to make sure that when you're filing the nail, you want to make sure that you're always, especially on the sides, that your file is always touching the entire nail. I've seen where some people will place their file like kind of closer to the tip of the nail, and then they almost make it like they round off the corners basically. And so that's what you don't want, especially when you're doing these square nails. You want them to be a perfect square. Alrighty, so up next we're gonna go in with my extra fine tapered drill bit, and we're just following around the cuticle area first, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, just going back and forth, and then just following the rest of the nail. That way everything is nice and smooth. But you do want to spend most of your time around this cuticle area. So as you guys can see, I get really close to that cuticle and just going back and forth around it. And then as always, I use my pinky to get some stability, so I'm holding the side of their finger or just positioning my pinky on their side of their finger. That way I have full control over my e-file when I'm working, and I won't cut my clients. So that's one thing that's super important when filing. So same thing for the other nail. So again, just filing around that cuticle area, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, and then just filing the rest of the nail. And then one thing that's super important when using your e-file is, one, making sure that you're using it at a speed that you feel comfortable using it at. If you're using it too slow, it is going to like basically bounce off the nail, and so you're not going to be able to file really good. And then another thing is making sure that you're not using it to where it's too fast, because you could possibly cut your client, or you could also just not be able to properly file the nail, or you could overfile to where you would leave a ring of fire around your cuticle or your client's cuticle area, and that is pretty painful. And then also making sure that you don't put too much pressure on the nail when you're filing, because it will cause friction and it will cause your client's nail to burn, and it's not a good feeling. So you definitely want to just be really careful. And really, when it comes to using the e-file, it does take a lot of practice, but I just suggest using it at a lower speed that you feel comfortable working with. And then as time goes by and you get a little bit more comfortable, just speed it up a little bit more each time, and in no time you'll be filing like a pro. So we're gonna go ahead and do this on all of the nails, and then after we finish filing them with the e-file, we're gonna go in with the buffer, and that's just gonna get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. Alrighty, so just going in and buffing the nails, and after I finish buffing them, I go back in with my 180 hand file and I turn my client's hand over, and then I just basically reshape the nail just very slightly, just doing the free edge to make sure that we keep that perfect squared shape. So again, really nice and fast, but it definitely makes a huge difference with your shape. So after that, I'm just dusting the nails off and then wiping them off with an alcohol wipe, and y'all look at how smooth the nails look. The color is absolutely beautiful and that shape is to die for. So next, I'm using my white gel polish from my Natalie Carmona collection, which will be dropping soon, and I'm just going to be doing a whole bunch of just random lines over all of the nails. Some of them are going to be bigger, others smaller, some thicker, some thinner, so it's really just going to be all random. And the brush that I'm using is just one of my small nail art brushes that are on my website. It comes with a pack of 3 and they are perfect for just doing a lot of line work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy because I feel like it's pretty satisfying to just watch me do these lines. But y'all look at that, like the nail is just so flawless, like the shape. I love that pink color. Again, I do have this pink acrylic on my website. It's called Pretty in Pink and it's just the perfect shade of pink. Like, I just love it. But after we finish doing all of the lines on the nails, of course, we're gonna cure each hand for 60 seconds. Alrighty, so after we finish doing all of the line work, I'm going in with my Natalie Carmona No Wipe Top Coat, and we're going to apply that on all of the nails. And y'all, look at how shiny this top coat is. I am absolutely in love with it. It goes on super good and is just so shiny. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of the nails and then curing for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look, and y'all, they turned out so pretty. Like, I'm obsessed with just that pink and white, y'all. It's just so pretty together. So as always, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GetNow32, and I will see you guys next time.